what I meant was, I know you know what I meant. The CERN conspiracy theory that CERN is absolutely playing with the fabric of reality is coming from the scientists at CERN. It's not coming from me.
Right.
It's not coming from some conspiracy minded website or podcast or whatever, or paranormal person, which I hate that term, which we'll get into. I don't believe there's any doubt the scientists at CERN are speaking truly when they told the Wall Street Journal, when they powered it up back in the time when the Mandela effect started to be noticed, they said in the headline, and it's in our movie, you see it, CERN, okay, the people saying they are concerned, they're opening portals to hell, literally portals to hell. What they were saying to the writers of the Wall Street Journal were, we are playing with interdimensional physics, potentially. We may punch through one dimension into a different dimension and bring something into this world that was not here before. They also made references to maybe UFOs maybe coming from another dimension, and we'll be able to verify whether or not other dimensions exist. Stephen Hawking went public and said, I don't think this is a good idea. He didn't say it with words, through his little box.
Right. I don't think it's a good idea.
He said, I don't believe we should do this. Imagine a scientist is saying, we don't believe one of the greatest minds on our planet, if not the greatest mind on our planet, was telling everyone who will listen, I do not believe we should do this at CERN. We shouldn't do it. Let's not bang particles together, trying to recreate the Big Bang and see what happens. Not to get too religious, but think of it this way.
Go for it. We love it.
What if we're trying to create the Big Bang? We're trying to play God. We're trying to create a Big Bang. And let's say at a microscopic level, we're creating a Big Bang. And that Big Bang is microscopic to us, but to the universe, it's a Big Bang. Who's to say that when the Big Bang occurred, spirituality sort of split up, and there is really demonic energy mixed in with the Big Bang? Yeah. So if you try to create the Big Bang, you may create portals to hell. And that is what they told the writers from the Wall Street Journal. Why would CERN be proudly saying that as a body, as a scientific body? It's so freaky. And when you combine that with the Mandela effect starting to be seen about that time, that's why my movie posits the idea, one of the ideas, just one, that CERN might be fucking up reality. And they may know it, they may not. There's one scientist who's gone, public in his own way. You see him in our show. He's sitting there with a sign saying, basically he's giving you a very clear indication, we are behind the Mandela effect. And James Bond's first, we'll get to James Bond in a minute about Mandela effects, but James Bond's first guy ever was named so-and-so. When you combine the two, little sign he's holding up, it basically says, when you take it all together, we're behind the Mandela effect. You got to see it. So the scientist is maybe, here's the other negative. He's joking. Why is he joking? Why would you be joking when people are already talking about CERN triggering the Mandela effect, and he's sort of confirming it with a joke? Why is he doing that? So there's also a scene in our movie where you'll see it, and this is very controversial. Talk about conspiracy and controversy. The scientists or friends of the scientists at CERN arranged for a mock sacrifice of a human being in front of the big Shiva statue, which is allegedly
that was so weird.
Can you find that real quick, XG? Whoever's controlling, can you find that?
We'll see it on July 9 in our movie.
So yeah, we'll have the links below in the show.
And the lame excuse for this, they're trying to show demonic belief at CERN. That's what they're trying to show. They're paying deity to the statue of Destroyer of Worlds.
Yeah,
and
Shiva.
It's unbelievable this got out. And the lame excuse from CERN is, oh yeah, some people got out there, were doing some mock whatever, and they're trying to downplay it like that, but they're not downplaying it that much.
Go all the way up to videos there, Xavier.
You want to play a video?
I mean, it's a minute long.
Yeah, and all the mock came out later.
Well, it's like so funny because here it is.
They never said Mach until recently, guys. Never. Mach is new. Mach is within the last, with a few years. They kind of tried to get behind, get away from it and call it a mock execution or a mock. The idea is demonic energy is being their idea here.
100%.
Demonic energy is being opened up by CERN's particle collisions. That's their mocking. And what I find egregious is when they say they're mocking, what do you mean they're mocking? What are they mocking? Oh, they're mocking the idea that demonic forces have been opened up by CERN and they're paying homage to it and the concept, I'm telling you. Now, you also look at the fact that antimatter is created by some of the collisions that are going on. So antimatter is a byproduct of a lot of this. Antimatter cannot be stored easily. Antimatter is dangerous as shit. And antimatter, by the way, when they store the antimatter at certain locations around the country, certain very specific areas, there are people having effects, paranormal effects. Weird things are occurring. And the scientists are noting that. This is very important to understand that when I do a documentary, I don't care about other people, you're only seeing the tip of the iceberg. You're not seeing all